Recently, Mike from Mike's Whiskey Reviews sent me 3 samples. They're quite special samples. And I thought, well, now I have them in front of me, I might as well. I think I'm going to try them because I've been looking forward to this. And they are the Hakushu 12, the Talisker 30 at 45.8%. I had to put a new label on it because it leaked and it wiped out the label. And then this one stayed sealed. This is a 23-year-old Ardbeg bottled at 46.3%. So now that I've been looking forward to doing these, here they are this week. I'm gonna move on now to the second sample. This one here is the Talisker 30, a 30-year-old Talisker. Wow, that's got to be something special. I've had Talisker before. I've had non-age statements like the Talisker Storm, and I've also had the Talisker 10, which is, I keep saying it, it's like a good old friend of mine. And right about there, I'm going to put the remainder in my island blend. How's that? I have an island blend, even though the islands are not really considered a separate region, Scotch region. They're part of the Highlands. But I like to think of them as a separate region from the Highlands. Oh. Oh. Wow. This is... I have had 30-year-old whiskeys before. And when whiskey has been sitting and reposing for a very long time, the different flavors and the different scents that make up the experience that is the whiskey have this way of kind of annealing together. They sort of meld, they kind of weld together, and the different flavors and scents become one. This doesn't appear to be an exception. I'm getting some peat smoke, but it's very subtle. It's not in your face at all. It's there, but it's become a part of something else. It's become a part of the whole. And the other parts are, well, this may take some time. In fact, maybe I should just leave it there for half an hour. Leave it there. Put a coin on it, like so, and leave it there. Just leave it there for half an hour. What will I do in that half an hour? Well, maybe I'll start the next video, and I'll come back to this one in about half an hour. All right, it's been about 40 minutes since I put this top on this glass. We've let it react with the air for some time now. Now I'm going to taste it, or I'm going to nose it again, see if I can get more out of it. Oh yeah. peat smoke. The anaerobic preservation of vegetal matter. Nice. I'm also getting, oh, that Talisker peat smoke is beautiful. I'm also getting some wood influence. That is also amazing. Quite a bit of wood influence, but it's not unpleasant. It's like the wood has had a chance to breathe. This smells fantastic. It was probably put in used barrels, or, yeah, probably ex-bourbon barrels that were already there's something kind of a fungal quality to it, like mushrooms. And I like mushrooms a lot. The nose reminds me of mushrooms. Mushrooms and wood. There's a maltiness too. Now it's coming out. Definitely something vegetal as well. Vegetal, like oh, hard to put my finger on it. It's malty and musty. A little bit smoky. But the smoke is such an integral part of the nose now that you can't really pick it apart without getting everything else. A mustiness, I think they call it a fustiness. And let's see what we got in the way of legs. Nice and slow. See, that's the way to do it. Oh, this may be quite oily, which would be nice. I'm still in awe of this nose. Must be cold out tonight because the heater's making noise. I don't know if you can hear that. I hope you can. I have electric baseboard heater. Oh, this nose is tremendous. Like other really old whiskeys, nothing really overpowers anything else. Everything sort of becomes a component of the whole, and it all kind of becomes the whole. Oh, I like this. I like this Talisker a lot, and I haven't even tasted it yet. I think I should do that now. It's quite woody. I'm getting some of that vegetal quality, some of that vegetal note. Not a lot of peat, but there is a tingling, and there's a bit of vanilla. But it's hard to pick out the vanilla from everything else that's going on. There are woody notes, and there's earthy notes. That's it. It's very earthy. Very earthy and maybe a little briny. Let's do that again. That was only a first sip. Mm. Earthy, slightly briny, slightly peppery, vegetal notes. Can't really place what vegetable we're talking about here. I'm also getting a bit of a lime citrus, but once again, the lime citrus is an integral part of the whole of all these flavors coming together to make one. Quite nice. And because it's 30 years old, the peat has faded down almost to nothing. It's still there, but it's just become a part of the whole. Doesn't really stand out, doesn't really slap you in the face. It's just a part of the melange, part of the mix that makes it what it is. Yeah. If you're looking for a big slap in the face, no, it's not going to give you a big slap in the face. It's going to give you subtlety. It's going to give you a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of brine, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of, a little bit of salty, a little bit of peppery, a little bit of wood. Yes, it'll give you a bit of wood. It'll give you a little bit of that mushroom kind of character. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's interesting. It's I don't know how much a bottle of this would have cost. It's probably not cheap. I'm so used to younger whiskeys. 12-year-old, 15-year-old, 10-year-old, like the Talisker 10, which are a lot less subtle. They just bang you on the head. In order to appreciate this kind of thing, you have to kind of shift your gears from expecting a big slap in the face and big flavors. It's subtlety. This is a lot more subtle than, excuse me, like the Lafroig 18, which is much more refined than like a 10-year-old, and it's not easy to describe. It's a different appreciation. This is one that you gotta take your time with. And you know what? I think I should add a bit of water just to see what it does. This may ruin it, but it's probably quite delicate, so I'm just going to give it a little bit. That's probably enough. Okay, 2 drops. 2 drops of water. Let's see what that does to it, if anything. Ah. I think it's unlocked something. At least on the nose. I think this is bringing out more flavors. I know that the half an hour in the glass helped it a lot, because when I first nosed it, I got nothing, or very little. And then the half hour in the glass kind of opened it up. And now it's still opened up, but a little more subtle than it was. I'm not sure adding a couple drops of water was the best move. It's made it, at least on the nose, more well-rounded. How about on the palate? You know, that's bringing out a little more of the peat, a little more of the citrus, and a little more of the briny notes. I'm getting more saltiness now, and it's making my mouth water quite a bit. Finish. Tingly and briny, a little bit vegetal, and it just fades slowly. There's still a bit of a vanilla tingle on the tip of my tongue that's fading slowly, 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 slowly into the woodwork. I'm still tasting it, but it's getting fainter and fainter. It does hang on for a while. This is very, very good. Very, very different from what I'm used to. And I'm sorry if I went on kind of long. Slancheva.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.